Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to get into the real blueprint for academic success. We're talking about 5 core principles that can honestly change the game when it comes to how you study, learn, and, well, succeed in school. So, we've all asked ourselves this, right? Is there some secret to getting good grades without the burnout, the late night cramming, and all that stress? Well, the answer is yes. And you know what? It isn't about studying harder. It's about studying smarter. And it all comes down to this really solid framework called the 5 pillars of academic excellence. Honestly, think of these as the foundation you can build your success on, no matter what subject you're tackling. So let's dive in and see what they are. All right, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll talk about mastering your time. Then, we'll get into engaging in the classroom, the power of practice, organizing for success, and we'll finish up with probably the most important pillar of all, putting your health first. Okay, let's kick things off with pillar number 1, mastering your time. Now, this is so much more than just making a schedule. It's really about taking control of your day so you can find that balance and get rid of that constant feeling of pressure. The key word here, you see it right there, is balance. You know, we often think time management means jamming our calendars full of stuff, but it's actually the opposite. It's about making sure there's enough room for studying, for resting, and for your personal life. That's what really boosts your performance and brings the stress way down. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? When we don't plan ahead, we end up rushing. And that last-minute panic, it leads directly to mistakes and stress, which are the exact 2 things we're trying to get away from. So, how do we actually do this? Well, it pretty much boils down to 3 simple habits. First, make a timetable that works for you. Second, really commit to not leaving things to the last minute. And third, and this is a big one, study a little bit every single day. That consistency is everything. All right, next up we have our second pillar, engaging in the classroom. This is all about making a conscious shift from just being a passive listener to becoming an active participant in your own education. Just look at the difference here. On one side, you have the passive learner, who's kind of just letting the information wash over them. But on the other side, you've got the active learner. They're taking notes, asking questions, jumping into the discussion. I mean, which one of those people do you think is going to remember this stuff tomorrow? It's a no-brainer. And the benefits of being that active learner? They're huge. You don't just memorize facts, you actually start to understand them. This helps you grasp things so much faster, it builds real, lasting confidence, and it even helps your teachers see that you're putting in the effort so they can support you better. And that leads us perfectly into pillar number 3, the power of practice. Because let's be real, understanding a concept when you hear it in class is one thing, but truly making that knowledge your own, that takes consistent work. Think of it like an iceberg. What you understand in class, that's just the tip. True mastery, all the knowledge that's below the surface, that is built through regular, consistent practice. There's really no shortcut for it. So why is practice so effective? Well, for one, it helps you find your weak spots before an exam finds them for you. It also actively fights that process of forgetting and makes sure you are seriously prepared for any test. And the result of all that? Genuine confidence that you've earned. Okay, moving on to our 4th pillar, organizing for success. This isn't just about having a neat desk. It's about building a system that actually supports your goals and, crucially, having the discipline to actually stick with that system. And that's where discipline becomes so important. It's that commitment you make to your future self, promising to stick to the plan even on the days you really don't feel like it. You can think of discipline as the engine that makes your whole organizational system go. And the system itself doesn't have to be complicated at all. In fact, just these 2 simple steps can make a world of difference. First, keep your stuff, whether it's physical notebooks or digital files, tidy and easy to find. Second, write down every single deadline. No more surprises, no more, "Oh, that was due today," moments. And finally, we've arrived at our 5th, and I would argue our most essential pillar. Your health comes first. Because honestly, without a healthy mind and body, none of the other pillars can really stand strong. This is the bedrock for everything else. Now, take a look at what a balanced day actually looks like. It's kind of surprising, right? Study is the biggest piece of the pie, sure, but it's still less than half the day. Sleep, breaks, personal time, healthy meals, these aren't just extras. They are absolutely essential for you to perform at your best. So these are the absolute non-negotiables. Getting enough sleep is how your brain actually holds on to memories. Good food and plenty of water are the fuel it needs to function, and taking short breaks, that's how you prevent burnout and stay sharp. And here's the ultimate payoff. When you start to really prioritize your well-being, the whole experience of learning just changes. It stops feeling like a constant struggle and becomes easier, way more effective, and believe it or not, genuinely more enjoyable. So there you have it, the 5 pillars of academic excellence. Manage your time, be an active participant in class, practice and revise consistently, stay organized and disciplined, and above all else, always prioritize your health. Now, these pillars all work together, they support each other. But you don't have to become a master of all of them overnight. The most important thing you can do is just start somewhere. So take a look at these 5 and ask yourself, which pillar will you start building today?